This is James Elder for IFL-TV in association with Matt Clean's Gym Marbella. I'm at the Nova Hotel today in Wolverhampton. With me, I've got Alfie Warren. What's happening, Alf?
How you doing, James? You alright?
I'm alright, I'm alright. Also joined by the Baron, Bobby Warren. What's happening, Bob?
Yeah, I'm alright. How you been?
I'm alright, I'm alright. First and foremost, let's talk a little bit about this card that's going on. WBO European Lightweight Champion Stephen Ormond defending against undefeated British Champion Terry Flanagan. How do you see this fight playing out, Alf?
Oh, well, as everyone knows, who knows me, I've been geeing this fight up, and so rightly, it should be geed up. This will be one of the fights of the year, if not the fights of the year. It's just guaranteed action, you know. And you've got these two guys, Ormond and Flanagan. Really, they've both really been avoided. So you know, for them to both fight each other at this stage of their career, you know, is brilliant. But yeah, fair play to them. I mean, these guys ain't avoided each other, and they're just going to go at it. And big prize at the end of it. So, you know, and do you know what? They're both world-class operators. I've always said that. They're both world-class operators, and I think no matter what the result is going to happen tonight, I think that both of them will go on to win world titles. They're that good. They are that good.
Stylistically, styles make fights. What's the difference you see in the style that Ormond brings, that Flanagan brings, that can make this one catch a light?
That's the thing. I mean, Ormond's a come-forward fighter. Ormond, I'll tell you, he is one of my favourite fighters out there. I make no secret about that whatsoever. I've always been a Steve Ormond fan. You know, I remember when he was fighting Derry, a lot of people thought that would be a walk in the park for Derry. I thought otherwise. I was absolutely right. But not taking nothing away from Derry as well. Derry's a class operator as well. But it just showed you, I mean, it just showed you Ormond's class. He needed that fight. He broke through, and he's getting the recognition now. But ever since that fight, it's just it's been hard to match him up with anyone. I think that loads of people don't want to fight him. It's a very, very risky fight to have, Stephen. So, and with Terry, there's no secret with that either, that he's one of the most avoided fighters out there. You know, he's current British champion. I mean, all these guys. I mean, if you offered Terry a fight with all the big guys like Mitchell, all them guys, that's a risky fight for them. Would they take it? Probably not. I don't think so, because it's a risky fight. But this is the chance for him to get into the mix with those guys as well. So I mean, if he does win this fight against Stephen, should I say, not if he does win it, he's up there with those guys as well. So there'll be no avoiding him. So
yeah. It's interesting you say that, because it took Terry Flanagan 26 fights to get a chance to win the British title, just due to the fights.
It's due to him probably not getting matched up. But I'll tell you something. I think having those 26 fights before the British title was done in the world of good, really, you know, because you get so many fighters now who are desperately trying to push on, you know. I mean, they want title fights within 9-10 fights, you know what I mean? But fair play to Terry, he's been patient, and you know, signed over with Frank as well. He's done wonders, you know. His name's up there now as well. I mean, that fight against Geffen was a tough opponent, and he made him look ordinary. He made Geffen look absolutely ordinary, and Geffen's a quality fighter as well. So, I mean, this fight coming up, I can't pick or choose a winner, really. It is that good. It's that good a fight. So, I'm looking forward to it panning out. It's just guaranteed non-stop action, you know. Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, if I could just bring in the Baron. What's happening, Bob? You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. How you been, James?
I'm all right. I'm all right. So we're just talking a little bit about Ormond Flanagan. What are your thoughts on it, mate?
My thoughts are, I think both their styles, it's going to be an absolute cracking fight, and they're really hard to call. I always call one or the other, but this time I really can't call it. And if they're both at their best, it's going to be unbelievable, because if just a little lapse from Flanagan, if he don't keep him away, then Ormond's going to be on him. But he is, you know, so hard to call.
Do you think the public have a lot more admiration for fighters that have come through the small hall route, where they ain't got the TV deal straight away? They've had to earn that right.
Exactly. They're learning their craft through that. It's all hard work. When you just say, you know, you're a big name as an amateur, you're shot straight into the, you know, the limelight. This way, they know what they've got to do, and they both know they've got to grab their chance. Because you know, it's a very big step backwards. But these two, I can't call it. I really can't.
Speaking about fighters, someone told me that your boy Frederick's doing pretty well. How's he getting on?
Yeah, he's all right. Well, he's trying to take it a bit serious now. He's starting his runs and all that. But he's doing his work experience down at Mark Tibbs's gym, and Mark did give me a ring and told me how good he was. You know, so I probably won't have a go at him so much now, just in case I get the old right.
Oh, he is
But
doing.
you know, yeah, proud of him.
Yeah,
But I watched him do a bit on the pads and that. You know, he's very coordinated, very good.
So I think his first amateur fight will be in March as well. I mean, same Mark and Jimmy actually spoke to them two guys, and you know, you had the boys down to West Ham and all that. How many fights you had? And he said, I haven't had a fight yet, and a lot of people couldn't believe it. You know, I mean, they watched him spar and all that up there. But like you say, I mean, he's not one for partying, going out or anything. He takes his training very, very seriously as well. So if he keeps his head on and takes it seriously, I think he could go far.
So he's not like you boys then.
No, not like us.
No,
No.
he's got to take it serious now because he's on the,
That's right.
on iFilm.
He's on iFilm now. We've bigged him up anyway. So watch out, Frederick Warren. Watch out for him.
But don't you dare let us down, Fred.
Let's talk a little bit about what you've been up to, Alf. Now, I've seen on Twitter recently you've been signing a few fighters and that. Can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, what I've been doing now, I've been scouting a few fighters and all that, and they've been letting me represent them. Now, you know, I mean, I've been really, really serious. I mean, you know my history as well. Like, I've started off promoting white collar fights and all that. Done a couple of big shows that were quite notable. But you know, I think it was about a year ago I just stopped that. Stopped all that, because I thought you can only go so far with that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Even though it was fun doing that, and you know, I will miss it, but I just want to learn and to be doing what Frank, Francis, George and all that are going, you know, and I want to eventually become a promoter, a top promoter. I really want to become. So me doing this now, representing these guys, you know, I've got a good handful of signings.
Tell us about some of the fighters. Who you got?
I've got a guy from Wales, Mano Lee, very, very highly rated. You know, I spoke to him, went down, a guy, Dave from Ringside, actually run me out, said, could you come and have a look at this kid? He knew exactly what I was planning to do. Anyway, that sort of stuff. So I went down, had a look at Mano. Really, really, really nice fella and can fight. I mean, you see a little bit of footage of him earlier, James, you know, what I told you. And
on the speedball?
On the speedball, absolutely unbelievable. You know, he's got the talent there. Yeah. But as you say, I mean, the thing with Mano is his problem, which he will admit himself. You know, you speak to guys like Gary Lockett and Enzo Matralini who have been around him. This guy has got the talent to go all the way. This guy has got unbelievable talent. But in the amateurs, he wasn't as disciplined, training-wise, all that sort of stuff. But ever since we've started this thing up with Mano, he's took it deadly serious now, you know. And if he stays on his game, I think that he can go far, and I think that I can take him far, because I know exactly what I could do. I know exactly what route it is, you know. I've got guys like Jason, Andy, Frank Francis, everyone, for me, like to give advice, but I've got my own ideas, so ultimately it will all be down to me, you know. But I mean, I've got a great set of people that are guiding me, my father as well, you know, who's been around the game as well for a long time. So I think I've got a potential superstar in Mano Lee. I've got another young kid from Islington as well, Lewis Isaac, who I think, I mean, great talent. He's got a lot of working to do, you know. He's 17, he was in the amateurs, he had 70 amateur fights, you know. He come up to me and was asking, like, for me to represent him, wanting to go pro. I advised him otherwise. Me personally, I would have liked to seen him stay in the amateurs for about a year or so, but he's adamant that he just doesn't want to do that. And this guy, he's too much of a good talent to hold up. So for me to say that he ain't ready, I had to snap him up. I mean, he had so much interest in him, you know. A lot of guys are after this kid, so for me to get his signature is just unbelievable. And I've got another couple of guys who will be joining me as well in the next couple of weeks or so. So it's all looking good. All it is just me getting them out there, you know, getting them in the right fights and just guiding their career now. So I mean, this is stage 2 of my boxing career, but this, you know, I'm young myself, you know. It's about being patient as well. Older than you, yeah. I look older than you, I know. But yeah, it's all about being patient, and you know, I know I can do a good job with these guys. I know I can guide them. You know, been working on Frank shows for the past year or so. Ever since I've stopped doing the white collar shows, you know, I've been working backstage with like Ernie Draper, all those guys, and I've been meeting a lot of contacts all through that, you know. And I've met a lot of contacts even prior to that when I was just going to the shows as a spectator as well. So, you know, and all these guys know I'm serious as well, and I've got a lot of backing behind me from what I'm doing. So I'm just really looking forward to what I'm doing now as well. So, you know, let's just see how it pans out, because I'm very, very confident that I'll make a success of this anyway. So, and you know, I am my own man. I'm not Frank, Francis or George, you know. I'm my own man as well. So, like, just, as you say, let's see how it all pans out anyway. Should be good.
Islington's answer to Al Heyman.
Al Heyman. That's right. You know.
Yeah. You just better learn how hard it is.
Well, of course, listen, I'm not a fool. It is a hard game, you know. I mean, actually, when I met Frank, when I knew that I wanted to go into the professional boxing as well.
What did Frank say to you?
Well, listen, he would have supported me all through, but he told me exactly how hard it is as well. He was just telling me, and I went, look, no matter what you say to me, Frank, you're not going to put me off. This is what I want to do, you know. I'm a die-hard boxing fan. I know, I'd like to believe I know my stuff anyway, but yeah, I do know my stuff, should I say. And, you know, I've got the know-how to do it. I know I'm going to make a success of it, you know. It might happen for me, it might happen big time in a year or so, it might happen big time maybe 5-10 years or so, but I'm not going to give up on it, and I'm just going to stick to my guns as well. So hopefully, you never know, we might be an Al Heyman. That's it. It might be.
Al Heyman.
Very, very, yeah. So
all right.
Let's see how it pans out.
All right. Well, listen, I'm interested to follow your journey. As I said, I've been following you from the white collar.
Yep.
I said since the days of Dominic Negus headlining.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With old Danny, yeah. That was it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And like working with those guys, I remember when that show was put on as well. I mean, you guys. Like, I appreciate exactly what you and Coogan, you come down and covered it as well, yeah, with him and Danny. But I was really proud of that, because outside of like the boxing border control jurisdictions, there was so much media around that fight as well. So I was really, 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 really proud of what we'd done. That exactly.
He threatened to kill us if we didn't.
Oh yeah. I never had enough money to pay him. So.
Oh, that was right. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for coming.
No, that was yeah.
Right, no.
It was really good as well. So, like moving on, just moving on from that as well. I'm just really looking forward to this, and let's hope I find a nice little gem for British boxing, and hopefully I will.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Thanks for giving me a bit of time. We're anticipating now a great fight between Ormond and Flanagan, a great undercard.
Tune in tonight for BoxNation. Listen, you honestly do not want to miss it.
The fight of the year.
It will be fight of the year, and it's well worth the money to pay to go and watch this fight. I'm telling you, even on the TV, honestly, I can't tell you how excited I am for this as well. I've been banging on about it since last year, and it will live up to expectation. Don't miss it. Will live up to expectations. So,
and if it's not fight of the year, blame this man.
It will be. Listen, I'll tell you something. Credit to Jason, Frank and all that for making this fight as well. And this is the fight all the fans want to see as well, and they're not letting down, they're delivering as usual. So fair play to everyone on the team.
Can you sing us out, Mark?
Love me tender, love me too. Will be a good fight.